Maggie Beer admits she's been burning the candle at both ends for too long. At almost 75, the self-confessed control freak has sold the small business she built from scratch. It's the toughest decision she's ever made.
I've been a workaholic for 40 years. As small business people, you need some time in the sun. Don't get me wrong, I've never been one to complain about working hard, but work can take over you when you don't stop and reflect. So that's what I'm looking for, to juggle all the things I love to do still, but having a sense of freedom.
Maggie Beer has been at the helm of her food business for 40 years. It's bittersweet as she sells off her multi-million-dollar empire, adamant she's not hanging up her apron or retiring, just passing on the reins. Was it a big decision for you to do this, to sell out of this business that you built from nothing?
Oh gosh, it was the biggest decision of my life. It's like letting a child go.
Okay, have you had a look at the rain?
You'd been working something like 70 hours a week, hadn't you?
Yes, between the Maggie Beer products, the farm shop and the foundation. I've been doing that for so many years, I can't count. And something needed to go. And, you know, I always promised Colin by the time I'm 75, and I'm sort of 9 months away from that, that I would start to slow down.
Had Colin been asking you to step back?
Yes.
How many years has he been asking you to step back?
Just don't ask him, he'll tell you how many. A few.
10, 20?
Yes, I have promised it a few times.
Someone told me it was going to be on the 8th. Do we know the name of that tree?
No, I'm not sure. We planted a long time ago.
I love the tree.
Married to Maggie almost 50 years, Colin is the backbone of this business. It started in 1979 on this quaint pheasant farm.
Translator, but I have no idea why I picked pheasants.
Ah, okay. Well, I have no idea either, but I'm glad you did.
I'd never heard of a pheasant.
Now a famous tourist attraction for foodies in South Australia's beautiful Barossa Valley.
I am proud of what we've done, and it's not I, it's Colin and I.
You've never shied away from saying you're a control freak.
Yes, never.
And I wonder how a control freak ever steps back, particularly when it's your baby and there's your name on it.
Well, the culture is so strong. It's not going to dissipate. And having such a strong management team, that makes me feel as good as it possibly could.
You know, but these little ones dried are perfect for our bottled products.
Yes.
Yeah, so we don't waste anything. Are they still at Williams?
When you spend time with Maggie on the farm, you quickly see her passion and obsession with quality control is clearly the reasons why her products are so good.
Don't they smell good? That fresh smell of the pears. I've had a look out there and they look so beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
Really, really beautiful. Yeah. How many more days cutting have we got?
We've got one more.
What's going to be your new leisure time?
Okay, my new leisure time is I love to walk. I love to walk every day, but instead of putting my alarm on for 6:30, I'll wait till I wake up.
Can I show you what's in the garden?
I love my garden. I have the most beautiful garden, but sometimes I just feel when I can grab 3 or 4 hours, I felt like I've won the lottery.
You rub it and then smell it. I use that a lot in my cooking. Good? Does it smell like lemons?
It does.
And then I have music.
You sing.
I sing.
And, you know, really well, apparently.
No. I just sing. I sing because I love it.
And all my ladies sing, oh, oh, oh.
I have a choir and there are 17 of us and we have the most amazing woman, Charmaine Jones, who leads it. But we sing for joy because we love it so much and we always want to do better. But it's just so joyful.
That's the best song.
People get to a point in their lives where they have to manage all of this spare time, and some people are convinced that they're going to be bored. I spoke to someone who retired not so very long ago from a huge job, who told me that their theory about doing well in retirement is it depends on how much you identified yourself through your work beforehand. Where do you sit on that argument?
Oh, well, that's quite perceptive, isn't it? But for me, I guess I have never been bored in my life. And I guess I'm in a very lucky position in that I still get asked to do really great things that can use my creativity and excitement for food, but I can balance it. And I'm going to balance it. I'm determined.
You said that the girls weren't going to come into the business.
Yes.
Had you asked them to or offered them that?
Yes, we had.
Oh.
We had, but years ago.
Right.
I love my daughters beyond all else, but they are very strong individuals and they've needed their own identity, and I've so supported that. Because we're all very bossy.
Gee, that's a surprise to me. Both daughters have made their own impact in the food industry. Saskia has a produce business and Ellie runs the Farm Eatery restaurant. There's also 6 grandchildren to show the ropes. But when these 3 women are in Mum's famous kitchen, the power struggle is fierce. How often do you girls do this, all occupy the same kitchen space?
Oh, once a year or so. Yes. And normally I get to be on that side though. I'm the official taste tester.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
See, we always fight as to who's going to do the cooking. And so even when I think I've done all the cooking, Saskia will still come and bring half the dinner that's extra because...
That would be the good half.
Fighting words already. We've only just begun. I'm thinking you taught the girls to cook, Maggie.
Never.
No?
Never.
The one thing that Mum taught me about cooking was to not be afraid of it. You have a direction, but you don't need a recipe.
Do you want me to do that? No.
No.
See? All right. Let's share this around.
I'm thinking Saskia is one of the few people in Australia who would say no to you in the kitchen.
Well, I have learned it's not worth the tragedy of it.
So how is the division of labour going to work around here? How's it going to change your lives?
We might just get a little bit more organised about the family story, because this has been our home and it's our children's home as well. So it'd be nice for them to also, they want to become involved in the farm's next generation. And
Dad always says we need to get more organised with the family.
we need a plan.
We need a plan.
We never had a plan.
We've never had a plan.
I love the history here, and this building is absolutely, literally where it all began, which surprises me.
Yes, this room from that cupboard to that fridge was where we lived for 10 to 12 years. The girls never wanted to leave it, but I was such a workaholic I couldn't let go of, I just worked day and night, and so that's why we needed to leave, but it still feels like it's our second home.
Bit more tomato?
Yeah, more, all of it.
Nice, Mum.
Looks fantastic.
That's enough. That's enough. Yeah, all of it, and then there's a point where that's always enough. How much do I add? Oh, just a little bit. How much is a little bit? I don't know, just
Too much.
not too much.
It's perfect.
The main thing is we love our food.
But we're going to get a plan.
We're going to get a plan.
Let me know when you get that plan.
Oh, that's your second helping.
And in true Maggie style, there is one plan, one project she's not letting go of, and that's her foundation. Set up in 2010 to ensure all residents in aged care have access to affordable, fresh, nutritious food. I think we've seen some horrendous examples through the Royal Commission, haven't we?
Look, I've always known the bad stuff. Deinstitutionalising food is what I'm trying to do, and the Commission, in effect, I think, is right at the right time for us to show what's possible. You have to get them to the point where they can see the difference that it makes to have food that smells like real food, food that it's going to delight somebody. It's going to make them feel good. I feel you can change the culture through the food.
These bad institutions are budgeting something like $6 a day to feed their people. They're putting on one nurse for 140 people. So I look at that and think, aren't you beating your head against a brick wall? Are they actually going to focus on food when they haven't even got enough nursing staff to change people and care for them and look after them?
You can change, but you've got to care enough, and you've got to be able to give the skills and the ideas for people to give them what they need to be able to care.
Do you have any reservations about how it's going to work for you?
Reservations. I've had many tears about the letting go. Reservations, no, I honestly feel this is as good a solution as it could ever be.
When you look back, what are you most proud of?
I'm most proud of the Barossa. The Barossa gave me so much. Coming to live as a Sydney girl here in the Barossa, surrounded by this beautiful landscape, this fantastic climate that we can grow almost everything that I'm interested in cooking, a community, I belong. And I think we've left a stamp.
You can see why everyone loves Maggie. We love her too.